What's up, everybody? Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Good. So I just turned 28 years old, and I didn't know we clapped for that age, but thank you. And you know what that means. So as of this day in June, that means I've been single for about 28 years. And you know, it's pretty much my fault. You know, I can't blame anybody else for this. You know, because I'm out here, you know, ignoring women that like me, and I'm chasing women that are just way out of my league. You know, so basically, what's happening here is the women that like me keep calling me, and the women that I like keep calling the police. Now, if you look at me directly in the eye, sorry, I'm going to use you guys, but if you look at me directly in the eye, you can probably tell by my face that I watch a lot of pornography. Now, it's getting bad, guys. It's just really getting bad with the pornography. You know, I've watched so much porn that I don't know what's real and what's fake anymore. You know what I mean? I don't know if anybody else has that problem, but I'll take the bullet for you guys. But basically, so the other day I was watching this porno, right? And it was 13 minutes long. And I said to myself, 13 minutes? If this was reality, what would I do with the other 12 minutes? So I was at the movies the other day, right? And I couldn't even enjoy that. You know, I just wanted to watch a movie for a couple hours, vegetate in front of a screen. And I couldn't even do that because the people sitting next to me, let's just say they were not paying attention to the movie, right? They were making out, right? Grabbing each other's asses. And at one point, she pulled his dick out. And it was at this point, I had to say something, right? You guys would say something. I had to say something. So I turned to them and I said, "Mom, Dad, stop. You're embarrassing me." So I've been doing a lot of drinking lately. I need a beer for this part, excuse me. So I've been doing a lot of drinking lately, and I think I need to stop doing that because alcohol can get costly. So the other day, I bought one bottle of alcohol, cost me $10, right? Bought a second bottle of alcohol, cost me $20. Bought a third bottle of alcohol, cost me my dignity. Actually, it cost me my driver's license. So what I'm trying to say to you guys is that I'll need a ride home after the show, so I need one of you guys to step up. I would call my mom and dad, but they're at the movie theater right now. So, you know, I think the worst part about drinking is that you get real bad hangovers. Anyone else get real bad hangovers? Oh man, thank you. Yeah, mine are the worst, man. Like at this age, when I get a hangover, it'll completely ruin the next day, right? A hangover completely ruins the next day, which is a perfectly good day that I could have spent doing more drinking. And I think, you know, and you know, I'll tell you guys one more story. So, two more stories actually. I don't know how many stories I have. I lied. So I went on a date recently, right? And you know, I heard this through the grapevine that on a date you're supposed to be funny, right? So I told her a joke, and it was at that very moment that the date had ended. So I told her this joke, and she said, "Don't tell that joke in public ever again, like ever, ever, ever again." So naturally, I'm gonna tell it to you guys right now. So I told her that, listen, getting a girlfriend is easy, right? It's easy. All you gotta do is, you know, get yelled at, be wrong all the time, and listen to her boring stories, right? And I know this is true because a woman told me this during one of her boring stories. So I'll leave you guys with one last story. So I used to work in human resources, which HR, you know, and as you can tell by the jokes I've told you tonight, I probably shouldn't be working in HR. So one day this lady comes up to me, right? She says, "Listen, I'd like to file a complaint." I said, "Okay, so what's the problem here?" She says, "Listen, there's a woman in the workplace and she's showing off her breasts to all the men in the office." And I said, "There's a woman showing off her breasts to all the men in the office. So what's the problem here?" As you could probably tell, she did not like that answer. So after she spoke to my manager, I had to do a real investigation. So I went up to this lady that was showing her breasts in the office and I said, listen, Mom, stop, you're embarrassing me."